Hey everybody, Josh here. How you doing? I thought I'd come on and give you some thoughts. I've been thinking about this for a while. So on the night that Israel was invaded, I found out within about an hour and instantly knew it was different and significant. And yeah, it's a big deal. And I haven't said anything about it really until now because I was mulling over some things and I was going to write something down, but I thought, no, I'll go off the cuff. I'm sure you all know by now the details, and anything that happens in the Middle East is kind of biblically significant as well for Christians, and so the thing that stands out is the ripping apart of babies and cutting open pregnant mothers. It's just something odd that you don't see these days, and it's what most people reacted to. And the thing is, that's horrific, and it made me weep. It's just unbelievable, and the rhetoric around justifying it is equally odd. It's an unjustifiable act, no matter who's done it, no matter for what reason. It is completely unjustifiable to attack such innocent people. And there is no argument, there is no condition, there is nothing to justify that act. It is pure barbaric and evil for the people that did that. And the people that try and justify such a thing is just mind-boggling. And I mean, we in the West, we look at that happening during wartime and we're shocked, and we should be. But I was watching Avi Yemeni and Rukshan chat last night, and I get the feeling that there's a lot of people that are trying to be neutral. And they're saying, well, I'm trying to understand it from both sides. It's like, no, that's a false neutral. You can't justify those actions. There's a clear side here. And people who want to appear neutral and not pick a side are actually picking the wrong side. You've heard the phrase, bad people prevail, evil prevails when good men do nothing. But here's the thing about that saying. If you do nothing when evil is there, obvious, you are not a good man. You are only a good man when you do something to stop evil. If you have done nothing, you cannot call yourself a good man. Good is not in the heart of wanting to do something but not doing it. Truth and reality are real. They're not theoretical. So for a human being to think they're good and to do nothing when evil is right there, they've proven that they are not good, because good would do something. So this false neutral, you're actually choosing the wrong side. You're choosing the wrong choice. You are showing that you are not good if you're trying to remain neutral in something like this. You are exposing something in the West that has been hidden from us pretty extensively. And that's how wicked we are in the West. All of the people that think they're good, most of them, they're actually wicked and evil. Because we look at Hamas terrorists ripping open pregnant mothers and stabbing the unborn child. We look at children being taken from their cribs and being dashed to pieces. And we're horrified. Yet most people live a place that's not too far away from a hospital that does abortions. And if in Victoria, then abortions are legal up until birth. And that's literally how they abort children after, I think, about 4 months or 5 months. Literally ripping them apart. You see, in the West, because of cultural Marxism, because of lots of other factors, it's not just Marx's fault, but they're a symptom. With rationalization, what we've done is we have a switch here. And we look at what happened, or what Hamas did, and we flip the switch and we go, human. And then we hear about abortion happening in our own state and we go, not human. Or not really human. And we don't do anything. Because it's too hard. The fight's too long. I don't have any power. The excuses are endless. But we're quick in Australia to look at Avi Yemeni and say, you Israelites, you Israeli guys, you better be careful how you retaliate. Well, they're the only people doing anything. Human. Not human. The Nazis looked at the Jews and they went, not human. Marx looked at people that weren't activists and operating as communists and they went, not human. The West looked inside a woman's womb and went, not human. And we justify our own evil while we point at Hamas and we go, you're evil. Or we point at Israel and we go, you guys better watch out. See, in the Bible, in the Old Testament, dashing children against a stone and ripping open pregnant women was a mark that you were being judged. And I've got to be careful here because I'm not meaning to say that Israel shouldn't be defending themselves and shouldn't be responding to such evil. I think they should. But in sort of like Josh's fantasy world, where I can say some things and have a thought experiment, what if Israel said, identify this as such heinous evil, it can't be just originated from human beings. This type of evil has to be spiritually inspired in some way. And instead of starting an attack, just go with me on this. They called for 3 days of prayer and fasting and national repentance and asked the Lord to defend them. You know, it didn't happen that way. And I'm not saying Israel shouldn't have done what they did or shouldn't be doing what they're doing, because what Hamas did is pure evil. Not human. There's something spiritual, malevolent and spiritual about that act of removing the emotion and the connection one human being has with another human being, considering that we are social animals. We intrinsically identify with each other because we're human. So if you can flip that switch, not human, human, you can turn that on and off. I don't care how good you think you are. That's scary. And that's dangerous. And we look at Middle East and we say, well, that could risk world peace. Well, I'm telling you, look down the street at your local hospital and know what's going on there. It's been going on for a long time. Thousands and thousands a week, if you add up all of Australia, all of America, all of the UK and Europe, China. We're in trouble because we've lost our compass. And the people that call themselves good are just maybe a little bit not as evil as the next person. Maybe we have a bit of a high evaluation of ourselves because evil can only prevail if there are no good men to stand up to it. It's not that good men don't do anything, but to be good, to be a good man, you must stand up, you must do something. If you don't do anything, you can't say you're a good man. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just trying to bring a point that we have probably a lot more problems than we think we do. And sometimes when something looks more evil than the evil we do, it's easy to point the finger to get the attention off ourselves. I mean, we just all voted no, like 2-3. Oh, sorry. Like 60-40, whatever it was. And we're all patting ourselves on the back and saying, we're good people. Maybe we're not as good as we think we are.